everybody, and welcome back to Roll for Damage, where I take this wonderful group of nerds through my homebrew world in a Riser Tiamat adjacent campaign. Before we get into tonight's story, I want to thank a few people. First of all, I'll get someone else to thank the first person. Would you like to take that one away, Agent?
Sure, I'm here to thank Hero Forge. That's HeroForge.com. They are our sponsor for Season 1. If you've never checked out Hero Forge miniatures, they're a great opportunity to create a custom character for your campaign. Have you ever thought, I've got a really cool character or a really cool NPC, but I'd like to see him in a tiny little, 1.5-inch size plastic miniature? Well, good news. Now you can go online, create them in all sorts of crazy customizable ways, and you can buy them, have them shipped to your house. You can even have them pre-painted if you want, though I think you do have to do some of the painting online. Honestly, the character customization is absolutely wild, and if you've never checked it out, it is a great way to mess around and try out some new characters. So thank you, Hero Forge, for your sponsorship of The Scales Above Season 2.
Thank you very much, Hero Forge. And let's all just remember that the little miniature that Shannon was showing you is dead now. Sorry about that. Anyways, moving right
you're
along.
not. No, you're not.
I'm like a little sorry. I'd also like to thank him. I would also like to thank Bree for the amazing art. You can see Galamea Rouge on the screen right now. We've had Sloan and really everyone else flow through. So thank you once again for all the work you put in, Bree, for the overlays, for helping with the admin, for everything you do for the channel. We really appreciate it. And lastly, I'd like to thank Sirenscape. While they're not a sponsor, we are listening to sounds from their open beta player. I have a subscription for Sirenscape, and there's just thousands and thousands of tracks, and it's just really, really good. So get on that. Use it. It's wonderful. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick pass through. Everyone can say hello, where they're from, a little bit about their character, and then I'm going to do a little bit of an intro for the session for once. So we will start with Shelby. Say hi.
Hi, my name is Shelby or Wystle, and I'm from the channel Wystle While You Work. It's a channel where I tell stories from my D&D experience and draw whatever fun fantasy stuff comes to mind. And I play really a silver font who is a flustered, kind of overbearing wolf mom. I'm a shaman.
Yep. Okay. Above her, we have AgentNumberOne.
Hello, I'm AgentNumberOne. You can find me over on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AgentNumberOne, where I stream strategy games during the week and also put out YouTube content stuff. I just put out a new video today. If you want to learn how to play Total War, I super recommend checking it out. I put a lot of work into it. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Saros Starweaver, who is our really beat up, mangled, shredded, put through the washing machine a couple of times, and then hung out to dry, mage-slaying cleric. And he's managed to live another day somehow.
But not everyone did. So why don't you say hi, Sean?
Hi, everybody. My name is Sean. I am the DM from Paradise RPG. I also do some variety streaming over there during Relaxing in Paradise, our Thursday night show. We also have several other programs that I'm sure Shannon will talk about a little bit. I, at one point in time, somewhere in the ages, played a little time boy named Auric. But tonight I'll be playing Galamea Rouge, a warlord fighter, a homebrew subclass of Novus.
So we'll see how that goes. All right. Next along would be Rutudi Kawashudi, but he ain't here. Mike is currently at a show. He's got something on, so his character will not be with us tonight. He's having a little leave of absence. So we're going to go across to Sloan, who's just really, really sad right now.
On so many levels, just lots of sad happening tonight. But first, hi, I'm Shannon. I'm from Paradise RPG. I, up until Monday, played Scarlet on Advantage in Paradise. And I'm also our community manager. We also have the Sean and Shannon Power Hour on Sundays, and we have Shadows in the Mists from Jasper's Game Day on Tuesdays, Relaxing in Paradise on Thursdays, and we have our monthly one-shots on Saturday. We'll be playing a one-shot by one of our friends. Nick from Scry Society will be playing his one-shot Into the Mists on May 29th, and we would love to have you all there. And tonight I am playing Sloane, who is very, 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 very sad because somebody killed her best friend last week. That's all.
Yes. Well, we'll just kind of see how the session goes. I think Sloane's gonna. I mean, look, things can always go worse for Sloane. So let's just see how it goes. So I'm gonna do a little intro and explain what's been happening with the party. They had arrived in the Australian capital. They were auctioned off, so to speak, to one of the noble houses, the Umberhearts, because the party had broken a lot of laws, killed a lot of people. Some of it was done for the greater good. Some of it was also done because they were just a bit inept with what they were doing. And some was just done because they like to murder mages. So there's a lot of reasons why they were arrested. And this is seen as a way to serve a sentence. They will be hired on to work for a house to fight against some big bad people called the Bastard Five. Now, Saros was approached by one of them, who very nicely asked if he'd like to be recruited. And since then, he's been going through the trials. The first trial was the Trial of Madness, and he'd been chased down for 3 days and 3 nights. And all they had to do was open a portal in some trees to escape, and that was not done in a timely manner. So Auric had to sacrifice himself to get Madness away from the party, allowing Aurelia to tree stride from where they were back to her little grove. So that's the fastest way to sum this up, I think. Did I miss anything massively important?
Besides putting some stuff in the wrong context, no.
Feels the right context to me. Right, so the team has arrived at the Grove of Aurelia after the loss of the battle by the wood, and left with the macabre gift of Madness. The grove is not how you remember it, Aurelia. There's pillars of stone that have pierced it in multiple places. Many of the trees have been destroyed, and beneath one of the fallen stone spires is a dried pool of blood and matted fur. There is no sign of your wolves here. You've looked around a bit. You can... I say you've got enough time to say that there could not be more than one creature crushed under that stone spire. You can't really tell what it is after it's been there a while. But you can stay there a couple of days.
Doesn't the grove's magic get destroyed if
it
unnatural structures get brought into it?
No, they're not structures. They're just natural stone spires. Well, natural and created by magic. You take a few days here to rest. On arriving, Leaf sort of just looks at you and moves to a tree, climbs it, and falls asleep. When you wake up later, he's gone. He's just walked away to try to get some time away to gather his thoughts. After a couple of days, you tree stride back to the far end of the forest and take the month-long journey to Montecouler. This time is spent mostly in silence, each of you mourning your friend's death in your own quiet way. From the moment of arriving in the Grove to walking into the large iron gates of the walled city of Montecouler, only a handful of sentences are shared, probably plenty of tears, maybe some hugs and signs of comfort. You each understand that you all need time to process your thoughts. as you arrive at the gates, a human knight with a fairly small lion skin cloak sort of waves you down. I'm glad to see you are all safe. Henry said it was a tough journey. He's like looking around. Thought there'd be 5 of you. Goffroy's waiting. Who leads you?
At this point, we're mostly just wandering.
Oh, well, I'll take you inside. Goffroy will want to see you straight away. And he sort of...
Henry make it back all right?
Yes, he did. A few days ago.
Good.
And he sort of moves in, and he leads. It's a very large city. The gates open, you move through, and you can see there's not like you've seen every place you go here has been lots of guards, lots of men at arms, and this place seems to be lacking that somewhat right now. So you move through and you head towards the keep that stands fairly tall at the center of the city. You could see it from outside the walls. And when you get there, there's, and the big doors at the front open, there's sort of a raised dais with a throne. And reclining in that, talking to 2 advisors, is a tall, well-built man, relatively handsome, though he has a scar across his cheek, neat, trimmed facial hair, very salt and pepper. He is wearing loose-fitting shirt and shorts of brown and green. They're like forest colors. He has a very large lionskin cloak across his shoulders. It is a pure white. And he's got on his, like resting against the throne is a very, very large greatsword. He's got some soft brown riding boots on, and he's got these piercing blue eyes, and he just sort of like looks out to you. Greetings. I was unsure how well you would all be doing. Henry did say that, well, it was a hard road to get here. I expected 5.
We lost one.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. You lost 1, but there's only 3. Where is the last?
I look back at Cyrus.
But who are we missing out of this party?
Leaf is gone.
Leaf. Oh, but we don't. Do we know where?
You have no idea where right now.
He is taking some time to sort some things out. He will return with us when the time is needed.
Understood. Saros, would you be willing to be the representative of the party? The leader until he returns? I have been told he is the one that guides the hand of your team.
I might as well be.
Well, we were meant to be preparing a feast for your arrival, but given the state of things, maybe that could wait till tomorrow night. You could take this day and night, become acquainted with the grounds, the city. We have a library, it's open to you. Henry, my son, is here. He is a bit banged up, but he made it through safely enough.
Does he need medical attention?
No, he's fine.
Okay.
Better that he heals naturally than whatever is you're planning. Could you
I was going
maybe
to offer salves. not magic.
Could you maybe tell me what happened?
We were attacked by the Bastard Five. The ones you seek to end just as we do.
The Five are definitely problematic. I was still young when they came to Etradale last. The members seem to have changed somewhat, but tactics are the same. Anarchy, chaos. If you wish to know more about them, find me later. I'll be able to hopefully maybe point you in the right direction. We are monster hunters, after all. We have references and catalogs about different people and beasts and all sorts of things in the library. Maybe that's a good place for you to start if you wish to know more.
Good. We are being hunted by monsters, so any assistance would be appreciated.
Well, on that, Henry did say that we have a creature we wish you to fight, to go for, and we need proof of its death. We call it the Mother of Crawling Night.
Saros looks down at his boots covered in mud, his clothing just tattered from the month and a half on the road, dragging ourselves out from forest and brambles and all kinds of wilderness.
He sees
this,
this,
goes like,
and he's.
Yep.
I'm not saying now. I'm going to give you some time. You need to research. You need to rest. You need your clothes and weapons. However, there's someone I need to introduce you to.
You are more reasonable than most we encounter. Thank you.
He just sort of just gives you a little smile. I have a huntsmaster. She was once a part of the Order of the Lion and a captain who showed promise. However, she failed to take part in a suicidal charge and was removed from the Order for not following a command, though she saved thousands of lives that day. Has acted as an advisor for me ever since. She had the strength of self to deny a chance of ascendancy, and he sort of like waves a hand to one of his very tall legionnaires. Currently, she leads a part of my house guard, the Mortal Troops. Allow me to introduce you to Galamir Roche, Warden of the West and the Warlord of the Umberheart. And he sort of beckons someone over who comes out of who's coming down a side corridor. And would you like to introduce yourself, Galamir? I believe I'm saying your name correctly. You are muted, sir.
Muted, Sean.
Madame. Ma'am. Lady.
War lady. No, you would see, I'm sure her art will, there it is. Her art is cycled through. But she has a mixture of armor, but mostly kind of plate. She has a long sword at her waist and large shield at her back. Her hair is a deep burgundy, almost black, that then fades down into white, pale as snow skin. She could give Scarlet a run for her money with how broody she kind of looks, but she would just wander in and stand beside Godfrey, arms crossed, scanning all of you, measuring you up. These are the ones who are meant... Oop, that's not her accent. These are the ones who are meant to help me slay this creature.
Well, yes, more you're meant to help them. But yes. They are apparently skilled. They did survive a run-in with madness after all. Why don't you show them to their rooms? You can rearm, equip yourself. We can send a tailor to measure you for clothes, both courtly, travel, and armor, anything you might need. We have smiths, we have everything you will need. We have set aside a small dorm for you all. It has a sitting area, kitchen. There are servants that can come and go. You will not be monitored. All we ask is that you please honor the intent behind what is being done here. You were hired to do a job. I have promises from my son to keep to you, which is you wanted information on Tiamat. We have been doing research ourselves into the cult of the dragon, and I will be happy to give that across to you. Once you have killed this creature which assails my lands, we also have your chest of gold.
Will this area we stay at be warded?
No? Why?
They don't
Very
tend to
Watson.
stop them anyway, really.
I was going to see if I could dig up some information on
What
this
are you-
thing.
What are you trying to accomplish? Sorry, stop what, Saros?
The 5.
The people in the capital might be foolish enough to think they can be stopped. I think we all here know better. Last time they came to Etredale, they stopped by Montecouler first, before moving on to Etredale. The more resistance you put in place, the more you invite them to destroy. We couldn't stop them if we tried. We'll fight them if they show up, but really, there's not much we can do.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that feeling myself.
Well, Galamea, if you could, please. And Galamea will take you to your rooms. It's part of the keep. It's down a sort of long corridor where she came from, and then it breaks off. It's within like the keep's walls, but not the actual castle bit in the center. So you go out and you got a little dormitory separated. It's not too far from the stable, so you can, grab horses if you need them to go anywhere. And it does have a sort of like long undercover wooden roof between the dorms and the castle proper, so that you can move undercover with scrolls and books and stuff and not get them destroyed by the elements. So they've got you in a nice little spot, little wood fire in there as well.
Well, let's step up. For once, we're not being watched and kept under useless lock and key.
If you need anything, armorer, weaponsmith, tailor, we can provide that for you.
Where are you from?
I am from Etredale.
You do not sound like you are from Etredale. You sound like me.
Well, my ancestors may share lineage with you, but my family, we are part of Etredale.
That's it.
You can also get yourselves cleaned up here, too. staring at Saros's mud-caked everything.
I'm sure you can smell Saros across the room as well.
They can smell you from the gates. They do have the ability to like draw a bath for you here. They can bring heated water and some soaps.
It would be good to rest.
But would I have been able to take some of my my medicinal herbs with me?
Yeah.
When we left.
You spend a month walking through places. Yeah. You've got some. You're fine.
Okay. Because I wanted to, that's all I really wanted to do, was start making the little kits.
Yep. Go for it. Make a medicine check.
Okay. 1 moment. Let me open my sheet. That's combat. That's not my sheet.
Saros turns to Gallamea. In the meantime, it says, we'll put together a list, but we will need quite a bit to be resupplied.
Of course, it is what you are here to do. Resupply, train, research. And I'm here to provide you with help in whatever ways you need.
And you'll be joining us on this hunt, I suspect.
Well, somebody has to bring a little bit of order to this group, from what I hear. A little bit of command.
I will not turn down another blade on this suicide mission.
Okay. So, who is sort of just bathing and resting, and who's going to go sit in the common area and eat?
I am going to think about eating and then realize I'm not really hungry, and then go sit in a bath for a little bit.
Okay.
Are there
Ilya
bubbles?
will be in the common area making medicine.
Okay. Yes, you can get bubbles. You also, I'll say, apart from the initial opening, you probably haven't opened up that violin case, so its contents are still in there.
Yeah.
And probably starting to be a little bit rancid.
I take that thing with me wherever I go, so I would bring it and like lean it against the bathtub.
Okay. So after an hour or so, you're all bathed. Aurelia is still making a medicine kit, but you managed to
frantically making a medicine kit.
You can make one a day. You've got one made for today.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can all meet up if you want, or you can just take the time to rest. There will be someone coming around and delivering things. You can either measure yourself up or be measured up for different clothing, arms, armor.
Sloan doesn't know how to do that, so she's gonna have somebody's gonna have to do it for her.
Okay. What about you, Saros?
I think Saros would know how to do this. He spent a lot of the time on the road over the years repairing and maintaining his own supplies. So, but he has no interest in making them right now. So I think, yeah, he would provide measurements for like a new set of armor, just some very nondescript clothing, something just to kind of hide his identity with, a new cloak, and then I wanted to turn the meteor hammer into just like a flail weapon. So kind of like a little cage around the rock, chain going up, tied to the end of a stick.
Yep. Do you want to do that, or do you want someone else, like an actual smith, to do that for you?
Yeah. Oh, I would. They definitely have people who are better trained. Saros is not a crafts person. He can do kind of minor mending on the run, but.
So this man comes in. He's sitting there. He's very nicely dressed. Small black goatee and hair done all slicked back with something. And he just sort of comes in with pen, paper, and measuring tape. What would you like us to make for you, Mr. Strauss?
Set of studded armor. A cape to keep us hidden at night. Some clean clothing would be more than sufficient. And on top of that, simply a shield and some sort of chained enclosure for this. Holding up the meteor.
That could be arranged. What about your dress attire?
My what?
Your dress attire for the feasts and the meeting at court?
The cloak will suffice.
Okay, do you have a preference in material?
Something sturdy, something dark, something that doesn't stand out.
And he just like writes it down, like a little unhappy that you've gone and not got something
Do I
fancy.
look like a nobleman to you? Do these scars scream nobility, upper class? Do they scream dinners and fancy feasts?
In the Umberheart? Yes. And he just turns around and leaves. He will show up to each of you. So if you have a sort of like way you'd like to have dress clothes, just let me know and he will have those made for you. You are muted, Relia.
Oh, am I?
Yes. Nope. No.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I was saying I don't think Riley's ever worn dress clothes in her life. I don't know if she ever did that as a widow.
Sloan wouldn't either. I imagine though that if she just says bring something, that they'd bring her a big ball gown with a big skirt.
Yeah, you'll probably get like a big princess dress sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, Riley's walking around with no shoes and ragged furs, so I don't really know what she'd be in.
So, Sloan, just choose a color you'd like to have your dress.
Whatever that green is in my arts, like the teal.
Yeah.
Teal green.
And then to you, really, like, ugh. Yeah, is it to dress the savages? But what would you like?
Excuse me.
You're excused. What would you like?
You don't have to give me anything. I'm quite fine. I don't need your charity.
No, you do. You are expected to attend feasts and balls, and you are barefoot and honestly a little ragged.
Well, then let me remain a savage, then. If that's what you're going to refer to me as.
I see that you still have not learned anything. Okay. I've heard many things about the curiosity that is kept by this party. A shame you have not had some of their more civilized personnel rubbing off on you. I will find you something fitting. You'll wear it to court. And he just sort of walks away, leaving you to it.
As he's, I guess, like walking back down the hallway, Saros pokes his head out the door and goes, "Wait. Silver, as many buckles as you can. A large puffy shirt with large sleeves."
I should see it done. Would you like?
And he rips off a piece of paper and hands it to him. "Make sure the fur doesn't get damaged for him." And closes the door.
Okay.
The list on the paper is just measurements of another person.
Okay. So he heads off. He's got that sorted. You'll have weapons and armor and things you need, along with dress clothes for court. You will be able to meet up in the common area now. Really, still sitting there. So you've had your bath and you probably have your thing. Galamea, I imagine you are going to be there trying to get to know your new people that you're made to look after. You kind of just, as soon as one of the doors opens, you just get the smell of like rotting meat. And and you know she's coming. You know what's happening.
Yeah. Did you not just have a bath?
I did.
You reek of rotting flesh.
It is not me. It's definitely the violin case.
It's been a long time since I have been anywhere near the homeland, but I hope you are not keeping some prize in there.
It's not a prize. It's a memento. She wouldn't know that word. It's mine.
I would recommend not carrying it around court.
I'm not putting it down. This is my friend.
Your friend?
My best friend.
I understood your group was a strange one, but... Oh, sorry, Nova, I saw you raise your hand. I thought
sorry. Just going to say hi to welcome in for the raid. Thank you very, very much. So we just take a quick second to pause here. And I also wanted to add that, Saris, you can be entering the thing as well. The party have just lost a member last session, and they're about to have their first real chat, I think, / hope. So, continue, Galileo.
What is this friend yours? Looking at the violin case.
He was the best magic user I ever knew. He was teaching me how to read and write. And he was so kind.
I see.
Really, Why didn't you open the tree sooner?
I was stuck in that pit. I couldn't get out.
Why didn't you try harder? Auric is gone because of you.
I'm sorry. I did everything I could, but
it was not enough.
I'm sorry.
Auric made his choices, Sloane. He tangled with magics he did not fully understand. He gave a great sacrifice, but do not blame this on the girl.
Cyrus, you know she's not wrong.
He wouldn't have had to do that. He wouldn't have had to do that. And you didn't. And because of you, Auric is gone. My best friend is gone.
I'm sorry.
And all that is left is this case.
I only wanted to help him. I'm sorry, Sloane.
Your words mean nothing. Sorry will not bring him back.
Nova?
Mm-hmm.
Were we allowed, was there an outside area to this place?
You can go outside.
I'd like to leave the room.
Okay. So you walk out the door. Is there anywhere you want to go, or are you just going outside?
Just a place alone, and as soon as she's alone, she just drops her head into her hands and is sobbing.
Okay. What are you doing, Sloane? Just still holding the violin case?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone at the table, can I get you to roll a investigation or perception check? Up to you.
Thought
As
this
you're all
was a
kind of like,
con save for sure.
Yeah, right. Me too.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna puke.
Yeah.
28 on perception.
12 on perception.
And Galamea.
1 second, I have to add the modifier.
It's meant to talk to you about your character sheet.
20. Yeah, 21.
Yeah. Remind me in the break to talk to you about your character sheet just a touch. But, all right, so you're sort of looking at it, and you won't notice Sloan, but both Saros and Galamea will. There's a small piece of paper sort of like sticking out of part of where the vinyl case is closed. Just a little tiny bit. It's not even like really. It's just that you can see this like little speck of white on the black case, and it's kind of drawing your attention.
We didn't notice this before when it was opened the first time.
No, it's more like as she's like moved it and closed it, something must have moved inside it.
Sloan, have you opened that case since?
No.
I do not wish to, but there appears to be something else sticking out of it.
And upon seeing that, can I gently tug it out?
It's like trapped in the door of it, so to speak. You have to open it up.
I don't want to open it. I guess she'll gently, like, actually, no, this is what she's gonna do. Is there a table in there?
Yeah, you're at a table.
Okay. She's gonna put it down very gently. Everything she's doing right now is so careful and very soft, but she's gonna put it down, and I will get it out. I don't want you to touch it, saying to Saros and Galamea. She's going to
You may want to cover your mouth, Galamea.
unlock
Rag over my face.
the locks. And I'm not going to open it all the way because I don't want to look at the hand, but I'll just open it just enough that I can gently pull out the paper and then close the locks. And then
Okay. As you pull the paper out, you see that there is like fluid runs off it, like nothing seems to stick to it or soak into it. So there's some sort of gelatinous flesh falls to the table as it's now more jelly than.
By the gods.
What? But there's a piece of paper and written in common in very neat writing.
wait, I can't read it. Let me give it to somebody else.
Okay.
I hold it out wordlessly to Saros.
Yeah, he takes it.
It says, "To our dear Saros Starweaver, your second trial begins and requires a change from you, painful though it may be. Cast aside your third brother. Kill him before pain does. You may be merciful to your family, but rest assured, pain will not be. Sincerely, Sam."
What does it say?
It says I've got to kill someone.
Who?
Sam.
You have to kill Sam?
Oh, without a doubt. And Saros just like crumples up the paper and sticks it in his pocket.
Okay.
He looks madder than you have probably seen him.
Okay.
What else was on that paper to make you so angry?
Empty threats.
Galamea, you probably could have read this as well, by the way. Like if it was handed across, unless Saros was being intentionally like hiding it.
I don't think he would have been. I don't think he would have known. But I think he turns to Galamea and says, This night, Mother, how soon can we set off?
Well, we will need proper preparations. You all will need to know exactly what you're getting into. We will not be running into this fight recklessly because of your other business. I see this group driven by a lot of emotions. That is how you die. It's probably how your friend died.
You did not
You need
know
to
him. Do not
calculate
speak about him.
Your risks. You need to be prepared or you will lose more.
We know our risks concerning the 5 already. If they come to us, whatever this thing is will pale in comparison. Our risk, as usual, is time. Something that we no longer have control of.
Then we better begin.
Agreed.
So what would you all like to do to begin preparations, knowing that you do have arms and armor coming to you?
The library, I suppose?
Okay. So you head off to the library. Is it just you, Saris?
He is not going, so.
I can't imagine Sloane's coming with me, but
Yeah, she's just following Saros around.
Okay. So Galame, do you go with them?
Yeah, I imagine Galamea will stick around for whatever they are doing, although I think at some point she would slip away to gather whatever intelligence her and her soldiers already have on the situation and where the Crawling Knight is and what their activity's been, what we already know from our side in the Umberheart house.
Okay. Make a history check for me. And as you all walk out the dorm, you see it's begun to rain, and Relia is just sitting in a corner, back against the keep wall, just head in her hands.
22 for my history check.
Okay. When you do slip away, which won't be right now, but when you do slip away, you know that, and what you find out as you talk to some of the soldiers is that a lesser captain was sent out with one of the legionnaires, 4 or 5 knights, and then maybe 10, 20 men-at-arms, and none came back. That was about 3 weeks ago. They went into a small stretch of forest by the mountains, by the Demon War Mountains. It's all to the west. It's not too far to travel to get there, but it will be fairly dangerous, just because there's a lot of creatures that get mutated by the fell magics that are used on the far side of the mountains. So arriving in the library, there's a small clerk there. He's sitting behind a desk and sort of just like looks up over his glasses at you. Hello? Is there anything I can do to help you?
Books that you have on the Mother of Night.
Is that all? We don't have a lot on anything else you need?
Do you have any books with pictures?
Yeah, we do. Just Mother of Night. We don't have many, but I can get them.
We'll start with that.
You can also give them any books on the larger arachnid monsters of those forms. It may not be exactly the Mother of Night, looking to Saros, the Crawling Night, but it is going to be relevant.
Well, what I can do, I think, is we have a joint work by the Coronian Order and the Order of the Lion, and it's a reference of monsters and other materials that you might be able to find. Might not be here in this library, could be in Chiron, could be at Dustfall, but should help you find what you need. Would that be useful?
Whatever is here.
Okay. And he runs off, and he comes back with a quite a like big tome, and lays it on a table. He's like, come on, and sets it there. He gets you a couple notepads, quill and ink to sort of make any notes you need. And if you just give me a sec to check, you guys role play. I'll be 1 sec checking my notes.
Miss Roche, was it? Your soldiers, Galamea, your soldiers train against beasts like this, yes?
Well, not necessarily creatures as large or as dangerous as the Crawling Knight, but yes, we specialize in protecting the people from monsters of all sizes and threats.
Perhaps if they are training, it would be good to give our friend something to hit.
Auric would have known about the spiders. He would know what to do.
Perhaps you're right, Saros.
She's a good fighter, this much I can assure you, and you put her to work, I am sure that she can both learn a thing or two from your fighters and vice versa.
Sloan, it is never easy to lose your friends in combat, and it is definitely, I understand, painful. And he'll kind of like look past and sort of think of him, she. I'm a woman right now. It can be easy to blame others. But what you might need right now is to get some aggression out. We have training pits.
Maybe later. I want to try to read.
Okay, so what you find is you've got the monster reference manual, so to speak, which is useful because it will have like a line of description it'll be like a monster's name, its other names it's known by, a description if they have one, and then a list of other references of where you might be able to find information. So he brings you that, and he brings you a very, very old scroll. Do any of you speak? I feel like this is a dumb question given who's here. It's Elven.
No, but I'm pretty sure we know somebody that might.
Okay. Any of you speak Sylvan?
No, but again, I have this strange feeling. If only Leaf was here, I bet he speaks these languages.
Okay. So, you're sitting there and you unfurl this scroll delicately. And you can't read it. The other places that it says you could find information is there's a Sylvan knight named Duhane who resides in the city, and it's got a time like when he arrived, and there's nothing where it's like he hasn't left yet apparently. who might know more, and then there is a book on divine abominations in the Coronian Grand Library that might have some information.
Abominations. I do think going over this scroll quickly, Saros would at least recognize the Elven script.
Yep.
They are a favorite enemy of mine.
Yep.
And would go, just turn to Sloane, stop himself, turn to Galamea. Do you speak Elven?
Unfortunately, no.
Give me a moment. And would just kind of stand up from the table and go out to find Relia.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Just the librarian turns to the rest of you. Is there anything else I can get for you?
You said you had picture books.
Picture books.
Yeah, the reference book, the back has associated pictures of the creatures, artist renditions. You could, I mean, we haven't got specifically picture books. It's more we have books that have pictures. Okay,
that's fine. And Sloane will open to the back of the book and she'll look at the pictures, and I'm assuming they have captions.
Yep.
Or labels, at least.
Yeah.
So she'll just open to a particular picture and she'll stare at it really, really hard, trying so hard to remember the letters that are on that page. And Galamea, if you're watching, just a couple of tears fall onto the book.
Okay. So you get out there and you find Relia, still probably in the same spot.
We need your help again.
She jumps a little bit and quickly wipes her eyes. I'm sorry. What do you need? What do you need? And she's making herself start standing up.
Some books in the library. I think you may be able to help us translate. A scroll of your people.
Of course. Sure.
Okay. So you return in there.
Can't look at Sloane. She's very actively avoiding looking at Sloane.
Okay.
She's actively avoiding looking at you too, so works out.
One moment. I'm just going to find the note.
Sloane.
Very curious what picture Sloane is looking at. Which monster?
Maybe it's a bear.
What the thing says is it's a scroll of someone from a sect called the Order of the Raven, which is a knightly order based out of Montecouler. It's written in a type of Elvish. It's a little bit more angular and sharp. You can decipher this, but it's closer to what a drow would write in than what you would. Can I get you to make an intelligence check? Can't hear you if you're talking. Probably too far from your mic or not projecting.
Okay. I can just get closer to my mic, because it's right on the edge. We'll fix that during the break, I guess. Just a check, flat check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
What a dum-dum.
You met me living in the woods. What did you expect from me?
So what you get? What is your total, by the way? Since I don't know what your total is.
The total for the check is 4.
Okay, so you get the following words. You will, you're not sure what the next word is. Her by her, you're not sure what the next word is. You will, again, blank. Her by her, blank. And you will, blank. Her by your death.
It's in Elvish, but it's not in the Elvish I speak. So honestly, it looks closer to Dark Elf speech than Wood Elf. I can make out a little bit, but nothing that really means much. If you give me some time, I could probably figure it out.
Perhaps there's someone at the keep who can assist you.
Maybe. Sorry.
You've done good. Any help is appreciated.
God damn it. Trying to send it to you guys in the chat so you can see the exact thing, but asterisks, I forgot, don't work in Discord. They make funny little things. So I'll go through that again in the break. Yeah, so that's what you've got so far. You know that it was written by someone called the Order of the Raven. There's the Grand Library of Chiron, and there is someone called Duhane living in the city. Once again, you've probably spent a little bit of time going through this. It's just like, and you would have gone through the contents kind of page of the book on monsters to find the Crawling Mother at Night, and you would also see headings for the Bastard Five, for Cult of the Dragon, for Tiamat, for who else? A Titan called Oceanus, a few other, like a lot of other creatures there. So if there's anything you want to investigate, now is the time.
I want to read that the thing about the Bastard Five.
Yeah. That would get our attention, I think, for sure.
Cult of the Dragons also, but the Bastard Five one is the one that's kind of hit me the most right now.
So right now, it just says that they've been active for decades, and currently a scholar by the name of Montgomery Gachet is compiling notes from all over. He is also part of the Order of the Raven, and he's going to try to put a book together. Is his thing right now.
Miss Galamea, do you know the Sword of the Raven?
Can't hear you, Galamea.
Yes, I know the Order of the Raven. It's kind of a no, I'm asking Nova.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a more quiet knightly order that has a lot of scholars and more guards the people and the secrets of the city, as opposed to the Order of the Lion, which is all about going out and hunting down the monsters and stuff like that.
Yes, of course. The Order of the Ravens, they are sort of not counter, but somewhat opposite to the Order of the Lion. They are more research-based, scholarly, secret keepers, as opposed to those of us who go out to fight the monsters. They do the research so that we can fight them more effectively.
And if you're dealing with the Five, maybe it might be a good idea to pay this one a visit or get in contact with them. As I'm pointing to the name and like kind of gesturing to Saras because you were reading it with me.
Agreed.
Do I know Duhane?
Duhane is a Silver Knight who has been in the city. He's one of the only human Silver Knights. Most of them are from the Northern Elves, not the ones from Etredale. But you would have met him a couple of times. You would know him at least a little bit. Really good swordsman, really fast, all about nature.
And would I know how accessible he is to our companions?
You could probably go get an audience with him. You might be able to take one or two people with you. You do know that his time in the city is coming to an end. He's been hired on by someone as a trainer in Dustfall.
Okay. And looking back to them, she would say, "Yes, Duhane is a Silver Knight of the Ravens, and I may be able to get you audience with him, maybe one or two of you, but it must be soon. He's been hired to leave the city to go to Duskfall."
Possible. This is valuable information.
Very much so.
If they expect us to be able to take on the 5, we're going to need every bit of information we can get.
I would suggest that you split your time. One of you can come and get audience with him, with me. Another should begin researching on the Crawling Knight. I understand that the longer quest is for the 5, but this is what is in front of us.
No, but do I know what a Silver Knight is?
Yeah, you know what one is. They are mostly elven warriors from the north that have effectively made a contract with the spirit of the planet or the world you're on. They fight mostly against very evil threats like devils, demons, undead, that sort of stuff. And there's different types of orders of the Silver Knights. There's purifiers, which they just go out and they just slay creatures. There's ones that are defenders. There's ones that are more about healing. There's ones that are more like assassins. They're different types.
And how do, I guess, the elves from where I come from view the Northern Elves? Is there the same kind of animosity that we have with the Etredalians, or?
Your elves broke away from the north because you found the Northern Elves too strict on their traditions and rules.
Well, Cyrus, do you have a preference of who goes to meet this person?
The 5 are primarily been coming for me. The more I can learn about them, the better. I care little for this spider. It is simply the task that we have been charged with.
Well, then I can continue to work on trying to translate this, see if we can find another person who speaks this tongue. And I can spend some time reading, trying to gather information. It's really the best I can do besides make medicine right now.
Okay.
Sloane, perhaps you can... the spiders of the forest before. Those that worked along with Auric. Perhaps you can find reference to them, a picture of them in any of these books. We know very little about them and their relationship, but if they are linked to this crawling mother, perhaps there is a angle we can play.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember I knew what they were before when they attacked the carriage.
Yeah.
What exactly were they? They were Driders and Ettercaps?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the Driders and the Ettercaps?
Yes.
Appears that she already gave you the information you need.
Don't know everything about them. That's just their names.
Well, apparently you know what is best in these situations.
They followed strange rituals, and they believed odd things about Auric that I don't believe any of us understood. Sloan, I'm asking for your help to find whatever you can about them. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of books here.
Saros, I cannot read the titles.
They look like. I do not ask you to read the titles. I asked you to look for them.
So then you expect me to go through every book? Pull every one off the shelf?
You can ask for assistance.
The little man's like, yeah, I'm happy to offer any assistance I can. I've heard mention of the five and some Driders and Eticaps. They should be in the monster reference book. They'll tell you where to find them, and I can go with you.
It seems like you will have it under control. And she's going to turn around and walk out and go back to her room. If she knows the way.
You know the way.
This is the way.
All right. What I think we'll do is take a short 5-minute break. And I will go through a few things with you guys. And we'll see how things go from there. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. We'll see you very soon. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Roll for Damage. We are currently in the middle of our game The Scales Above. The party is fractured a little bit here. They are doing some research. Everyone's being a little bit on edge with each other. No one's doing what they're told. It's just a mess. But we'll see how this goes. So, I'm going to do a quick sound off from one end to the other to find out exactly what you're doing right now. So, Sloan, what are you doing?
I thought about this over the break. I think on my way back to the room, we have to go outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are there trees?
Not in the courtyard, no.
Is there somewhere I could go find a tree?
Yeah. There's like a park outside the keep you could go to.
Perfect. I'll say that she was walking back to her room, was almost there, and she catches sight of a tree, and she just goes to the tree, leans the violin case against the tree, takes out her sword, and looks at it for a second, and then just starts wailing on the tree.
Okay. Can I get you to roll an intimidation check, please?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm good at those.
The tree's coming down.
How many people try to stop
that? 9.
I can hear an echo from one of you. Just so you know, one of you might be a bit...
Echo?
All right.
Echo.
So, you're rolling 9 total?
Yep.
Okay, so the passers-by don't find you particularly scary, maybe a little bit insane, just because you're trying to murder a tree, but that's about it. Yeah, so you just start hacking into the tree. It'll take you a while to really get to it. You probably end up getting tired and just sitting there
crying.
Exhausted
she's just doing it to do something, and yeah, she's lost right now.
Okay. Next on then. So Galamea, what are you doing right now?
Galamea is going to go and seek audience with Duhane to gather more information on the crawling knight.
Okay, are you taking Aurelia with you?
Yes.
Wait. Am I going? I thought Sarah was going.
No. We mixed up what Duhane could do, and we figured it out during the break. You're gonna come with me, bring the scroll, and we're gonna talk to him.
Okay, I guess I'm going.
If you're worried about saying the wrong thing again, just don't say anything. That's how you fix that problem.
Fuck off.
I recommend always saying the wrong thing whenever you get the opportunity.
You're heading off there. And Saras, what are you doing?
I guess I'm reading as much as I can about the Bastard Five in the keep, and probably writing a note to this Montgomery Gache, the guy writing a book about them.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't clear on what city he was in.
He's in the city.
He's in this city?
Mhm.
Oh, then I'm trying to arrange. I'm like sending a messenger to him with a letter that is like, I need to talk to you urgently about the Bastard Five.
Okay. So, Galileo, you approach the it's like a small fortified stone building, which has like an underground bunker and like catacombs attached to it with like a bunch of scrolled library. You've been here before. This is the chapter house of the Raven. So you arrive and you can see there's people working and moving about. There's a few knights training. Their knights aren't particularly renowned for their skill at arms. That's what the lion are for. But they are good at. They're more. They can be used as like assassins. They wear plate inside the city, but they are much better at the sneaky when they need to be. You know Duhane. He is a maybe 50 to 60-year-old man. His hair is still black, clean shaven, lank hair, and he's currently placing his armor on. It's a type of like studded leather, which just seems to have silver vine filigree, sort of like, all over it. And as you approach, he sort of just like eyes you up as he keeps packing up his things.
Duhane, I know that you are set for the road soon.
Hello, Galileo.
Duskfall, right?
That is correct. I'm heading to Duskfall shortly. What can I do for you?
I'm not sure if you have heard, but there are new visitors in the city. This is one of them, Rylea. They are here to assist with the Crawling Knight.
I have heard about these travelers with their overinflated sense of abilities.
Oh, well, it is worse than you thought. But I am tasked with helping them and trying to whip them into shape to deal with this threat. And I was hoping that you perhaps could help us with this. One, with this scroll we have found in the libraries, but two, with any knowledge you may have of the Crawling Knight.
The Night Mother is a fearsome creature. I'm not entirely sure she can be killed. It's an arachnid, a spider of huge size. I have not fought it myself, but some of my order have.
I understand that the last group that went to deal with it did not return. Did any of your order return? And if they did, do they have any knowledge of anything that can help? Weaknesses?
The ones that did come back mentioned that she could vomit forth thousands of spiders. And that. Yes, well, you don't want to get caught in her web. Anyone that so much as touches it can be found by her. Her blood is a mutagen. It can be made through alchemical means. The dark elves, and he sort of like eyes over to Relia and back to you. Know how to make it. So do the Driders. The ones that reside in your people's forests.
Yes, dangerous creatures. Does the Night Mother keep keep these creatures with her. Besides the spiders, of course, that she could vomit up, does she keep a retainer of protective creatures in her nest?
Not that I know of.
Good, that's a few less spiders for us to deal with.
I believe that the Chironian scholars have more information. If it's... I could perhaps send a letter through the circles. Maybe you could get the term. I have done favors for them before.
I would certainly be indebted to you, Duhane, if you could do that for us. To help save many lives.
Well, perhaps I'll call a favor from you or this group of celebrities you've allied yourself with.
Lightweight is a strong term. But hopefully once I'm done with them, they will be a little bit more disciplined.
Okay. Well, I have things to pack.
If you would, before you leave, and you do not have to do it now, but before you leave, hopefully, if you could help translate this scroll. It is in form of Elvish, most likely akin to the Drow's language. Our friend here had some trouble translating some key parts.
Okay. Can be done. Show me.
And Galamea would delicately hold her hands out to take the scroll from Rylea and to roll it out on the table.
Sorry, what did you say, Shelby?
She'll give it to you.
Okay. He looks at
on
it
the table.
and sort of, this is a very simple translation. I'm surprised one even of your meager skills could not figure it out.
They are missing two folks, and from what I understand so far in knowing them, it may have been the brains of their operation.
Trying not to say clearly fame isn't everything.
Famous? What?
Do it! Do it! You know you want to!
Well, when they are famous
Clearly.
for...
Fame isn't everything. The translation reads as, you'll know her by her web, you'll know her by her children, and you'll know her by your deaths. There's a note about being poison. There's a certain marking around web, children, and death that denotes that it will come from some sort of toxin.
Of course. This has been invaluable to us, Duhane. In the future, if you need aid, you can call in that favor with me. I will respect it and honor it.
I may very much do that. Well, off you go.
And I'll gather up the scroll and lead Rylea out.
Okay.
Yeah, bows her head like, polite girl and leaves, I guess.
All right. So that's Duhane. He's going to continue packing and be on his way. Saros, you sent a runner to talk to someone. I'm trying to remember who it was right now. My brain's gone a bit. Montgomery. Okay. So you get, after maybe an hour, runner comes back, and in fact, you will see the runner come in, Galamea and Rylea, sort of, run through, talk to someone at the back, and then you hear the name Saros be dropped, and he like runs out while you're exiting the keep of the chapter house of the Raven. Yeah, there's a invitation. You can go down there if you want to talk to him.
Yeah. I mean, I guess during that hour or so, I would try to learn whatever I could from the books in the library, though it sounds like they're pretty basic knowledge for the most part.
Yeah, a lot of the things that the Raven write end up here. It's just that what you're asking about are either really new or tend to not leave a lot of survivors.
Yeah. Then I would just go down to meet up with him. I guess passing Galamea and Rylea on the way.
Yeah, probably they're on their way back as you like sort of head down there. And you get ushered in as you sort of, knock on the door, and they point to Montgomery in the back, and he's this fairly old man, very wise and old man, like, his like cloak of raven feathers is all up around his head. He's got like a crown of white hair as he's sort of sitting there making notes. He's just got scrolls out everywhere in like multitude of languages, and he's looking over them all and taking little notes.
Good evening, scholar.
Hello. Is there something I could do for you at all?
Oh, I do believe there is much you can do for me. I hear you are writing a book on the Bastard Five.
Yes. I've been cataloging currently their origins and their new member, Terra, who has been causing some mayhem around the place.
Interesting. Have you learned much about them? In particular, their ringleader.
Sam, he's the original, along with, Pain, of course, and Madness joined very shortly afterwards. He's, what exactly would you like to know, or would you just like a brief summary of what I found so far?
At this point, I dare say I could sit here and learn every bit you have.
Oh, okay. Well,
perhaps I can fill in a few gaps myself.
Oh, that would be good. I'm currently meant to be meeting a Magister Sothel in about an hour. He's part of the Arcanist guild here. He's one of the teachers at the school. He should be, either you could come with me, or I could perhaps talk to you later after I've learned from him. You could come back here and we could.
As he's saying that, Saros is taking off his like the top parts of his tunic, I guess, and just takes off of his shirt and exposes the written pain across his chest and sits down directly across from him.
I see. You've been chosen by, Pain, it seems, to be one of the recruits. And he sort of starts looking around. It's like, I'm not quite as comfortable in your presence as I was before. Hopefully, no one decides to pay us a visit while you're here.
We have some time, and I intend to be paying them the visit first.
Oh. I don't know if that's wise. Well, I will start with Sam and his family. They lived in the city of, the nation of Chiron. They were persecuted, or some of them were, for practicing magics. His father and mother were burnt as witches, and it led the siblings to flee for. And they attempted to gain more and more power to be able to overthrow the systems they saw that were in place that they didn't agree with.
Siblings?
Yes, there were, I believe, there's Sam, and he had 2 sisters and 2 brothers, and they all found a way to, well, use magic in weird ways. Pain is his brother. I've not found his name yet. He's been referred to as king once, and I don't think that is correct. So I'm just cross-referencing. But apparently he was a masterful artificer, and apparently a runesmith of some rare skill.
He's human.
He was, yes. They found a way to. He was fired upon by a group of crossbowmen, and they transferred his essence into a small crystal, and they used him to build a body of metal, and he empowered it himself with his knowledges, and now he uses that as a body. His original one died, you see. So that is Pain. I believe he's the only one of the, apart from Sam himself, of course, the only one of the original 5 still around. The idea being that they would grow in power until they could overthrow anyone who did not see things the way they did. So, they realized that they all had a upper limit to what they could achieve, and they made a vow that they would try to recruit the strongest people. And I believe part of that recruitment process is to break them, to make it so that the only way to exist and to live was in this chaotic, anarchist mindset that the 5 have. That's, I imagine, what they're trying to do.
Every town we come across bends their knee when they enter. They cannot put up a fight. They run amok through the citizens, through the very capital of Etterdale itself. What is stopping them from achieving their plans already?
Well, from my research, I found that it was part of the Chiron is a fairly religious place with close ties to the dwarves of Karak Barakaz. And they had outlawed magic as part of their religion, an agreement to the dwarves. And part of what the 5 want to do is not just overthrow any sort of empire or nation, but also find a way to kill or oust the gods themselves that are like they believe them to be some sort of like meta government, meddling in the affairs of mortals, much like governments meddle in the affairs of their citizenry.
Gods rarely meddle nowadays. It's not often that they can even pass into our world.
Yes, well, there might not be a way to go and... In the bits that I found, there was one that rebelled against the 5, and he gave a little bit of information across before he was killed by Pain. This was some 15, 20 years ago. All he really managed to say is, if they can't go and kill them themselves, they wish to use the ley lines of the world as sort of like a cage, blocking out divine energies.
The 5 do, not the dwarves.
Yes, the 5. See, they, from what we've gathered, they have managed to sort of tie themselves into the ley lines of the planet, of the world, and that is why they can cast and perform such incredible feats, because, well, they more or less are a direct link in the conduit of magic, that the lattice that makes up our plane and world.
Can I make a Arcana check?
You can.
To know what I know about the ley lines and whether they can be disrupted,
You can.
or whether I know kind of like geographical locations that they are stronger or weaker in.
Yep. That's a lot to know, but I'm sure you can get some
I rolled
things.
really bad. You know what? I'm gonna use my hero point to reroll that because this is something I ought to know, and I rolled a little bit better. Not great. 16.
Okay, so you know for a fact that there was a former dwarven hold called Kazakh Ferrum that was destroyed because ancient wizards, like thousands of years ago, they used the ley lines to trap the white head of Tiamat sort of in the ley line there. They used her as like a node.
That's the mountain that exploded, right?
Yes. And part of the way they tore Tiamat apart was to use these ley lines. So there is a convergence of them in the middle of the ocean in a giant sort of whirlpool, which is the site of the cataclysm where something fell from the heavens and destroyed a continent. There is one that passes through the Ariel Grove in the north. And then there is definitely one that runs through the heart of the Great Desert, which is where Leaf is from.
Okay.
Finding the exact
none that
points
would go
is
like
hard.
directly around like Etredale, for example, because we knew they were like super powerful in there.
There's not one that runs sort of directly through Etredale, but the thing with the ley lines is that there's certain points which are geographically locked, and then you kind of have to think of them like a river, but also it's not that the river winds. It's like they swim themselves. The ley lines move and flow, but they're locked to specific points. So
Gotcha.
it'll shift up and down, and to find that specific point can be very hard. You would imagine. Make one more Arcana check for me. I'll see if I can give you a leap of logic here.
21.
Okay. The divination pools would have been a focal point for the ley lines.
Fuck. Okay. So you've mentioned Tira. We know of Pain and Madness and Sam all too well. Who are the others?
Well, there's Pain, Madness, Sam, but Tara, she's we in Etredale know her as Tara because she was a prodigy at the Etreloon School of Ferromancy, the bending of earth and metal. Unfortunately, she was taken she was here about, it would have been maybe 20, 25 years ago. She was taken and twisted and made one of the five. So she's Despair. You could probably see why she got the name. The amount of damage she can do with her magics can lead to people be despairing.
Yes, we watched her just about level the capital.
Yes, she was already greatly skilled, and since being tied to the fonts of the world magic, she has become terrifyingly so. But the last of the five would be Flesh, and honestly, she's probably the worst.
Dare I ask why?
She's a biomancer. She can
mages
she can mold flesh and bone. She can create new creatures. She can create toxins and poisons and disease. She's
we believe that whoever we've had some recruits come through at different times. We've identified a lot of the recruits that the Five have had this time. I'm actually just making some notes on that myself. We have you yourself. You're the we will call you the disciple of pain. There was a necromancer which attacked a party that Goffroy Umberheart held just a few short weeks ago. That would be the Disciple of Despair. We believe that it was destroyed by the Demons, which is a group of bards that was performing at the time.
Heard of their tales. Yeah.
Yes. They sadly lost several members of their troop. I don't think they should be performing again. No. It was not a good night. But there was we haven't seen the Disciple of Madness, and we haven't, we believe that the Disciple of Flesh has already been slain, because there was someone creating sort of creatures, hybrids of animals and humans, and they were streaming out of the forests. But that's sort of slowed down now. So, yes, I don't think that's a problem anymore. It does mean that there's a Disciple of Madness still out there, yet to show themselves.
And I suppose the Disciple of Flesh will come up soon enough.
Well, yes, unless they're already dead.
I can't imagine the Five would take well to having one of their disciples killed.
No, it's a sure way to... They want to kill their disciples themselves. See, they need to break their spirits to be able to... It's like when someone joins an army, you have to break someone down to build them back up in the image you want. And they really, really do enjoy the breaking. Each in their own way. You have obviously been tormented by pain. Was that part of your trial, or was that just your recruitment?
A little to column A, a little to column B.
Well, I do know that the trial of pain usually involves a hard change about oneself. Either something taken away from them, or something about themselves twisted and deformed. So we've had
Zeros just like laughs to himself a little in his scarred and destroyed body.
Oh, do you know what you're meant to do?
Do you think I always looked like this?
Well, no, but I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm trying to take notes for my research. It could help you and others. So, no, but what have you been? How many trials have you done?
One.
Well, the trial of madness is always the first.
Yes.
So you've done well to survive that. Not only apparently, like, according, like, looks through his notes, 4% of people make it that far. However, they've been selecting stronger and stronger through the years, so maybe this year there will be more survivors.
And there have been casualties already.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pain is usually the second trial. Have you been approached yet?
Yes.
What did...
You are a man, a scholared one. And he pulls out the crumpled piece of paper. They seek for me to kill a companion of mine.
There is...
This is why I seek your help in finding Sam.
You still see like pales for a minute. Sam, he's the one that discovered the way to connect them to the ley lines. He has power over the rest.
Do you know how? Do you know how he connects?
I don't, I'm sorry.
All magic can be severed.
I don't know if it can without destroying the spirit of the world. Are you willing to kill Sylvanus? The planet may die if you do.
Do I know Sylvanus?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. Sylvanus is the god of Tariel, like it's the world spirit.
This world would be better without magics. This much I have known for certain all of my life. It will survive without it. With it, it is destined to fall into decline.
Well, I don't know if you can sever it. There are spells which block arcane and divine energies. I know that for certain. I'm not a magister myself, but as I said, he kind of looks outside in like the shadows. He's like, it is wearing on. I will have to see Sothel soon.
I understand. You've given me much to think on. I appreciate your assistance.
You're very, very welcome. If you want to come back in maybe 2 hours after sundown, we could share tea and talk more. I would like to learn about you, and I can tell you what I've learned from Sothel if you do not want to just see him yourself.
That would be wise. We have much research left to do.
Okay.
Learn what you can. I'll return to you when the time comes.
All right. Thank you for visiting. You've given me more to work with. I appreciate it. And
Likewise.
He smiles at you and goes back to scribbling.
Yeah, and Sarah stands up and kind of slowly puts on his shirt with the wounds mostly healed, no longer so fresh as they once were. He's able to kind of redress himself without the typical agony that we have seen him in over the many months past. And then, return up to the library.
I'll say that it's getting sort of towards dinner time right now. You guys have spent a few hours wandering around, going to the library. You have a letter heading off to the Coronian Grand Library. You have some visiting Magister Sothel. If you, Galamea, and really wanted to ask the librarian for any other books, he could bring those to you, and then you could like have those ready to look through. But other than that, it's probably time you guys were. The library's going to close. You're going to be kicked out pretty soon, as I'm getting it.
I was looking over books with the mention of the Mother of Crawling Night. Really wouldn't really be doing much else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just Galamea would want to look into books or information about fighting off, resisting, brewing potions to resist poison.
Okay. Yeah, you could probably find some information on that and be able to take it to an alchemist and be like, hey, can you make this for us?
Yeah, that would be her priority.
Would I notice Galamea looking specifically at poisons and curing and preventing poison?
You're looking through your own books. You specifically is like, I'm going to be doing nothing but looking through this, so probably not.
I mean, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just wondering if I notice.
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, Galamea probably wouldn't stay with you right now after kind of dropping you off back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the sun starts going down. You'll make your way back to the common room. You can take any books you have with you. And there is a person there preparing a meal for you. Just quietly putting things together. He's got cooking sausages, potatoes, some root vegetables. There's a few other bits and pieces. There's a small sort of like clay oven set in the outer wall where there is some sort of sweet pastry thing being heated at the moment. But yes, I'd say that Galamea and Relia would walk in to find Sloane there, who's probably smelt the pastries and be like, I'm here. And then Saris would come in last.
Unless anybody stops me, I'm just going to my room.
Sure. You go to your room. Everyone else around the table.
Were you able to find much on your Bastard 5, Saros?
A great deal. And I have another meeting later to continue. There's a great scholar in this town who has studied them in depth. I know of all 5. I have some sense of what to expect, and more importantly, I have some idea on how to beat them.
It is good. We did learn a little bit about the Night Mother. Help us prepare. It seems that we will need to be able to resist some highly toxic poisons. Seems like the greatest threat besides, well, thousands of spiders vomiting out from a demigoddess.
Spiders I can't do much on, but poisons, I can work with poisons.
And I've started doing some research, and we can utilize the alchemists within the city, potentially provide us with some sort of resistances, or hopefully something to cure poisons or stave off what seems to be the most common way of killing by the Night Mother.
Can I get you all to make perception checks while you're sitting there chatting? As the sun is last of the light is going down, you see something flit past the window.
19.
22.
11.
Okay. I went back to it, and all the dice are rolling.
Yeah,
so
same thing happened to me.
Yeah, so we got 11 from Sloane, 22 from who?
Galmare.
And 19 from Saros?
Yep.
All right, Galamea and Saros. As you sort of like look out as the sun just goes down, it's like, and that sort of like twilight, that purple light's kind of darkish now. You peer out the window. You see a humanoid figure jump from one rooftop to the next over the low keep wall. One massively clawed arm tearing apart the masonry as it finds purchase. And with a huge leap, it lands on a mansion just inside the keep wall, which you know to be the home of Goffroy and Henry Umberheart. It pulls open a window and enters.
Oh,
Saros.
Leaf, what are you doing?
Saros, you recognize this person not as Leaf, for the arm is scaled and white, has scales going up its face, and you realize it is Hexen.
Galamea doesn't even give a second notice to discuss this. She immediately stands up, pushing her chair back, takes her sword out, and looks to them and looks to Saros, hopefully noticing that he noticed as well. Your new liege lord is in danger. Show us that you are worth the bid. Come.
What is happening?
It's time
Someone
to
is
fight.
threatening the Umberhearts, and we must defend him. Come. Swiftly.
Okay.
Saros looks down at his just clothing that he's wearing, and he's just like, fucking every time.
Galamea would go and just not even knock, open the door immediately to Riley and say, "Come, there's danger immediately."
Come.
So you just go through as well?
Yeah.
All right. Give me just one moment.
Hey, I'm Warden of the West.
I'm not ready
I'm
for
ahead
this.
of the guard. I can't let Godfrey be killed by Hexen.
Of all the people, it has to be Hexen.
Okay. As you run across the, you move out of your dorm, you run through. You're pulling on, armor and whatnot as you go, because you're all in like mostly light armor, or Sloane has nothing, or you're already in it. You hear the sound of clashing steel, and as you open the main doors and turn left into a ballroom, which is already a bit damaged, the room is littered with corpses. There's 5 of the mortal knights and 1 legionnaire already dead. There is a 4-way battle unfolding as Henry, Payne, Nia, and Hexen are all fighting each other. Henry already has several deep cuts to his torso and is currently squaring off against Payne, while Nia and Hexen duel.
Ooh.
Fuck, okay.
One thing you notice on Payne's hip, if I can get you to roll perception checks, please. At disadvantage due to the swirling melee.
$15.
12.
That's an 8, technically.
Earlier?
Oh, sorry. I'm kind of like taking this in. Here you go. 15.
15. All right. So, Relia and Saros, you see that there is a jar of grey ooze on Hexen's hip. Not Hexen's hip, sorry. On Payne's hip. Like attached to
I know that goo, but I didn't see it, right?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Alrighty.
I don't know what that goo is, so.
So,
I would like to cast the spell.
you like to cast a spell?
Yeah. I imagine I have to roll initiative to do it, but you haven't said roll initiative, so I'm asking it now on the hope that you get a surprise
I'm
attack.
realizing that I have not got a pen because my partner last night was like, "Can you get me a pen?" And everything I set up for D&D is not here. So I'm going to mute my mic and be 1 second. But yes, everyone can roll for initiative. Let me just start the combat.
Oh my god. So
Ignore that roll.
Hexen, Payne, Nia, and the head of the Umberhearts are fighting.
That's
each other.
correct.
And they're all the son of the head of the
Are they all fighting each other, or is just everybody kicking the shit out of the Umberhearts?
It's all fighting each other. Like no one's on each other's team right now.
Oh, so Payne was doing stuff. And okay, cool.
I'll be 1 sec to get a pen.
That gray ooze is definitely the refined poison of the Night Mother.
I think it's her blood. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely her. Or yeah, the
I thought it
refined
had
blood.
I thought it had transmutation magic on it.
It does because it.
That makes sense.
Her blood
Yeah.
is probably transmutative magically because it can
Oh.
create the driders.
So I
They said that
wonder
they
if
could
you
make
had
it, so-
drank. I wonder if you had like used it, or if somebody had drank it, they would have turned into like an ettercap or something.
Probably would have turned into a drider.
That's even worse.
All right.
I mean, definitely.
I don't like
Poor
that
Owl
pain.
Gladstone did not turn into a spider.
I don't like that Pain has it. Well, Gladstone also took a sip of it. And has like 1 hit point because he's a familiar.
This is true.
I'm just for the purposes of rolling initiative, I'm going to use Auric's token to roll it. But
That's fine. We're doing theater of the mind, not actual like combat map. So you guys are, yeah. And as you guys all enter, Payne will sort of. And I'm doing all my stuff with physical dice because I can. So as you enter, you see Pain looks at you, and you hear a small click, and then nothing. Silence.
Oh no.
However,
Silence field.
I will let everyone roll for initiative to see if Saros can get his spell off, and I'll roll my initiative here. That's unfortunate. So, he got 18 plus 6 for 24. So we have...
That's what I got.
Top of the order. We have Sloan and Pain. What's your dexterity?
+4.
+4. Okay. And then I'll roll one for Umberhearts. Oh, that's really bad. I'll roll one for Hexen. 17.
Fuck him.
Watch your mouth, young lady. I imagine that's Nia talking. So next up is Auric.
Fuck him.
And I'm going to have to roll Nia as well. And I'll actually use your sheet for Nia to make this easier.
Okay.
Where is it?
So wait, is Nia like able to walk around now? How much time has passed?
It's been months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's been at least 2-3 months.
Yeah, it's been months. All right, so it's Auric, then Hexen, then Nia, then Relia, and then Umberfumble. Henry. All right. So, Pain's gonna go first.
Damn it.
Because he has a high dex mod.
Nah.
And he's going to make 2 attacks against Henry. 1. I said I'd roll them not here, and then I immediately rolled them here.
Now we can keep you honest.
Yeah. So he's hit Henry twice, and he's using these like blades that are like extended from his wrists. As he's sort of standing there, you can see that they're extending from his back, knees, elbows. All these joints are extending blades out in every direction. So like if he spins like a top, you will get sliced up. So he's going to be doing...
That's a lot of clicking.
It's a lot of clicking.
It's fine. He does... That was terrible rolling. He's kind of like being playful almost with Henry, not like just cutting him to pieces and killing him fast, but like shallow gashes to like make him bleed out. As Henry takes a total of 23 points of damage. And you see he's wearing like he was like getting ready for like, you know, his evening meal. He's wearing like nice silk sort of clothes, and it's now just covered in blood. And with those 2 cuts across his chest, he sort of falls down on one knee, blocking the 3rd strike high, and you can see it's getting forced down, and the blade sort of starts getting pushed into his shoulders, getting forced down lower and lower and lower. It's like grinding into him. Sloan, you're up.
I imagine Sloan would have seen Hexen and immediately recognized him, and seen Nia and been like, that's my friend. And so then she would have immediately beelined for Hexen.
Okay.
Bonus action, I would like to rage. And then as soon as I get within melee range, I'm going to recklessly attack and use my great weapon master thing.
Yep.
You used your sticky note.
I did. It's I've been staring at it all week.
What do you roll?
I rolled a 23.
That'll hit.
Excellent.
Roll damage.
Oh, actually, wait a minute. No, I forgot to minus the 5. Yeah, 18.
Doesn't hit. Yes, much. It's all right. You got extra attack.
I'm gonna do it again. Nope. That's even worse.
So you go running in, you swing once, swing twice, and he sort of jumps back out the way. You've kind of separated Hexen and Nia right now, with Nia on one side of you and Hexen on the other. Galamea, it is your turn. What would you like to do as you trial the Warlord in combat for the first time?
I know. I have a quick question for you, Nova, considering the silence effect in here. Since a lot of my abilities are kind of like command actions, is the silence effect that? And where like...
It'll say if they need to be in line of sight or in verbal, like if they have to see and hear you, it should say on the document, on the thing. Do you want me to help to look that up right now? Or right now you just tell me what you wish to do and I'll look it up.
Okay, yeah. Okay, in that case, because I don't remember it saying that, but yeah, I'll run up so that I'm within 5 feet of Sloane. No, I want to go after Pain, but I'm gonna try to deal with Sloane's issue first because that's what I'm good at. So then, in that case, I will use my movement to get up next to Sloane and by Hexen, and then I will. I'm going to use. No, that's not good there. Hammer the gap.
Okay, do you want to read that out for everyone?
Yes, so as an action, I can make a melee weapon attack. If it hits, you select an adjacent ally who can immediately make a weapon attack, adding my intelligence modifier to their attack and damage rolls. So essentially, I want to go up there and I want to take out my longsword and strike Hexen, and then kind of simultaneously try to catch Sloane's attention to try to take advantage of that moment. If I hit, to also hammer the gap, hammer that spot to try to get some extra damage in there.
All right, make an attack roll.
Okay. All right, so just roll the d10 and add modifier. It's 29 to hit.
Yes. That hit. What the hell? Oh, you're on 19. Okay, yeah, sure. +5/+5.
No, yeah, it's because it's a hit 19.
Okay, so you hit, roll damage, and then also Sloane, because he's hit, you can make an attack roll now, adding +5 to hit and damage.
I'm also going to expend a charge, or 2 charges of my Foebiter sword to mark Hexen with a rune that if she succeeds on the attack will explode and deal an additional 46 cold damage to him.
Nice.
That's his magic weapon, Foebiter.
Does this, am I still recklessly attacking?
You can if you wish. You recklessly attacked before, so yeah.
Yeah.
You also get to add 5 to your attack roll and the damage.
So yeah, just don't subtract anything when you do it.
There we go. 28. That'll do it.
8 will hit, yes.
Hey! So I get to add +15, right? Because I get to add the +10 for.
Well, what's your strength at right now?
My strength is at +4.
Okay, so yeah, so whatever your dice roll, +19 total, and then an additional 46 cold damage from Galamea's sword.
Yeah, I also dealt 9 damage with my longsword.
Yep.
I dealt 9. Well, so no. Well, so it already added the 4.
24 points of damage. Plus, can you roll 46, please? Either Galamea or Sloane. Choose one of yourselves.
I'll do it. 12 points of cold damage as the rune explodes.
3s.
Okay. Yeah, between you two, you like hit Hexen really hard. You know, you sort of you like brought the blade down at his face. You sort of stepped back, hit him across the shoulder, and marked him. And it's like icy rune appears. And as he's kind of like trying to step away, he's opened it up, and Sloane's big 2-handed swing, and it's like crunches down. You hear the collarbone break, and then it's just like shattering crystal, like as the cold like explodes across him. Little icy daggers like have shot up into his face. However, he does have some resistance to cold because he's
That's right.
partly white dragon now.
He's white dragon now?
You don't know. So can I get you to make your other attacks, please? Or use another order. You have...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I use my warlord abilities, that takes up my action, so I wouldn't then have extra attacks, right?
At 13th level, when you use an action to use an order, you can make one extra attack.
You're right. Sorry, I forgot about that. Okay, so that my second attack, natural
is
one.
whiffed. So like
Fuck.
as you've jumped back to allow Sloan to come in, you kind of just like swiped wide and you just miss completely. What would you like to do with your bonus action?
With my bonus action, I would like to. No, that doesn't really matter in this situation.
Just make an attack.
Yeah, I'll just make an attack.
Go nuts.
Okay. All right, so that one, 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay.
So you slash out and you miss, and that's kind of all there is to that. Hexen sort of roars in pain, and
I thought the room was in silence.
yeah, you don't
Still
have to
roars,
hear
we
it.
just don't hear it.
You just in pain, and he's going to jump back a little bit and then breathe a big old cone of ice onto all of you.
Did he jump back enough to warrant an attack of
Nah,
opportunity?
it's like 2 feet back.
Damn
so
it.
you can then go blah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Flavor jump.
I had to ask.
Just gonna
I
roll
like
this
to
here.
hit things.
So by
Yeah,
all of
Dex
you,
or
you mean
con save.
Galamea? Is it all of us?
It will be.
You all were like probably right.
It'll
behind
be.
us.
It won't be Aurelia. Aurelia hasn't moved. It'll be everyone but. I didn't add Saros to this list. Let me have a look.
I haven't moved yet.
Yeah, you're after Hexen. So it'll be everyone but Aurelia and Saros will be breathed on. For a total of.
Is there a saving throw?
Yeah, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Forgot to add my rage damage.
Just tell me what it comes to.
16.
15 is my dex save.
Okay, dex saves from everyone, please.
16.
16, 15, and it's just you two. Okay, cool. Oh no. Cool. Everyone takes 40 points of cold damage. Yeah, that was a big. I rolled really well.
And I don't
And we
get
failed,
half that.
You were raging, so you do because you're a totem of the bear, and it's everything but psychic, right?
And did
Is
you
it?
roll that with advantage because you have danger sense as a barbarian?
I did not.
That is
there you
something
go.
You can see.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. All right, well, let me roll it with advantage then.
Or just roll it
I know
again.
how to. Yeah. I know how to play this game. Same roll. 16.
Exactly.
Okay. Yep. So, unfortunately, you don't quite get out. You dodge one way, and then like shards of ice bounce off the floor, and you just get messed up anyway. So 40 damage to each of you. It is now Saras's turn. What would you like to do?
Now, obviously, I know a silent spell when I see it. How far away am I from pain right now?
You are about 20 feet.
So if I back up about 10 feet, I should be out of this silent spell.
What you could do is like you could just like, you're a smart guy. You could just like move backwards while whistling or something, and be like, as soon as I hear it, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. So it's a little bit bigger than a regular silent spell.
That's
It's a 40-foot radius.
Okay, so I can still get out of there. I got 30 feet of movement.
Yep.
So the moment I get out of it, Saros just grasps the rock in his hand, and a number of black tendrils just like spew out of it. Tendrils of like darkness, not of like tentacly. As I'm going to cast Magic Missile with a 6th level slot at the jar.
Oh, okay. Go nuts. Let's see if you can do what you're trying to do. Not spray everyone in the room.
You remember what happened last time we shot things we didn't know what they did?
I really gotta roll that just a bunch of times.
I need to make sure you do enough damage to the jar.
How many do I get?
So you get, is it 3, then +1 per level? Is that right?
Yes.
Or is it 4 +1 per level?
1, 2, 3.
3. So you got 8. Yeah, 8 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, for a total of.
Just rolled them all together as one roll, but
That would have been good. So that's what? 8. That's
10, 14, 18, 21, 24, 29 damage.
29 damage. It cracks, and you see like a drop just start beating its way through some of the glass, but it's not quite broken.
I'm going to just activate my planar warrior on pain. That's my bonus action, and that's my turn.
All right, Nia, you're up. What do you want to say to the group who have just forced you and Hexen apart?
I'm in silence, yeah?
Yeah, you are.
Well, I mean, they're not going to hear what I'm saying. So she's just going to try and get past them to Hexen and push them away. She's got like a look of rage on their face and probably like mouthing like, what are you doing?
Okay. I guess I get to do this. So you're going to hold a hand up in the air, your sword out towards him, and a small black sphere appears, and you smash your hand down on the ground with it in, casting Circle of Death.
I also totally forgot that all of you technically got +5 to your initiative for me being around you.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good to know a little while ago.
Too bad.
Not about it, sorry.
Cool.
Next time.
Yeah, so what you will see is that she does this. She's got a jar on her hip as well, with a small purple crystal in it. And she holds it up like these screaming, you can't hear it, but dark purpley, elongated ghost people come out of it and form the thing in her hand, and then she slams it on the ground. Circle of Death. So can I get everyone to make saves, please?
Oh my god, I've never heard of this spell before.
Yeah, it's because it's a 6th level necromancy spell.
It's not a fun spell.
Well,
Am I out of range of this by any chance?
I believe it's a 20-foot radius. I'm checking right now.
Nice. Bunch of nerds going into melee combat.
Nerds.
I'm gonna stay back here with my no armor or weapons and the ability to do any of my class features.
It is. Oh, sorry. It's a 60-foot radius.
Oh,
never mind.
no.
I'm just gonna die instead.
Can I please get your con saves?
Con saves?
Yeah.
22.
You pass.
Nice. 29.
You pass.
16.
You fail.
Oh,
Aurelia.
Oh shit, I forgot about really. I'm playing 2 different characters. This doesn't work.
Well, I'm playing Nia. You're just talking for him.
18.
18, you fail. Okay, cool. So it's 8d6 necrotic damage to each person that failed, and half the ones that passed. So.
and then I get to have it again, right? I'm raging.
Yes. Which
So do
uses?
I.
You do?
Yeah, because I'm an asymmetric.
27 points of damage.
13. 6.
Oh my
So-
god, that came so close to just killing really outright. Jesus.
And then from the tip of your sword, you cast a ray of frost at your brother. So, one moment. I'm just gonna roll that here. Okay, excellent. All right, and he just gets sprayed up his chest with this ray of frost. Next up, it is now your turn, Aurelia.
Okay. What can Relia do here? Do you guys think? Think a mass cure wound sounds good? I think a mass cure wound sounds good. And that's what I'm going to do. Where is my mass cure wounds?
Has a verbal component.
Oh shit! And silence stops that, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm gonna try and leave the silence spell area. So, talking until I hear myself talk while backing up slowly.
I don't think it's be that slowly, but yep, sure. It's a 30-foot radius, and you'll be 40 feet away from
everybody.
Pain. Yeah, you'd be like 35 feet away. I'd say you can get yourself, Saros. Probably just yourself and Saros.
Based on that spell, does it look like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. Me and you are gonna get some healing, buddy.
You can choose a range within 60 feet of you as the point of the spell. So you could, I guess, put it like right in the middle of everyone. Sorry, I had to go look up your spell for you. So you can put it like right in the middle of the space between you guys, and then 30 feet out from all of you to gather everyone.
Yeah, let's do that. So I'm not getting in this mosh pit. Sorry, guys. Casting. Roll the healing, please.
Mm-hmm.
Rude.
All right, the fighter girls will take care of it.
It's okay. 14 points of healing to everyone, and I'm going to throw down a totem. I think totem of the bear would be quite fitting.
Yeah. Okay.
So everybody gets temporary hit points. It's 19 temporary hit points. I'm basically placing this down where it'll encompass the battle girls.
I love it.
It's only a 30-foot radius, so I think I'm going to have to just put it on that battlefield. But yeah, 19 temporary hit points, and you have advantage on strength checks and saving throws while you're in the aura.
So, Henry, I imagine you healed him as well, right?
Yes.
He is going to throw Payne's blade off, and he's going to disengage towards the door, and then he's going to dash back outside the silence where he just like falls to a heap. He's just bleeding horribly, and he really needs some help, or he will not make it. He will use as a
get to him on my next turn.
So he'll disengage, move, and then as a bonus action he'll use Second Wind to get a bit of health back, which means Pain turns to everyone, and he's going to come up behind the now sort of roaring Hexen, who's just been shot with cold and circle of death, and is going to take the jar, jam it into his jaw, and then punch the jar, shattering it in his mouth. Let me just make an attack.
Well, there goes my jar plan.
You had a jar plan?
Was that not just shooting the jar?
His first attack misses. His second attack hits. So he sort of sits there and shatters it.
Chronal shift right now.
Yeah, chronal shift would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Or maybe Auric is more useful than you thought, Saros.
And yeah, so you see this jar shatter, and the skin on his mouth starts to like melt, but stay attached to him. It's like hangs down and like reshaping as he sort of like Payne's hand, his metal hand, is like holding over his mouth to stop him from being able to spit this out. You can see as the skin under his arms starts like flexing out, and like new arms are pushing out of his body. His jaw gets wider and distends, and he starts getting bigger and taller.
Dragon spider.
Dragon
Spider-Man.
Is the goo eating away at like Payne's hands at all?
No, not at all.
Only affected organics.
Sloan, you're up.
Well.
So there was this big spider thing that's now...
actually, sorry, one sec. Payne's still got some movement.
I was ready to go.
He's going to dash. He's going to move. You can get an attack of opportunity, both yourself and Galamea against him if you wish.
How can he keep this stuffed in his
Yes,
mouth if he's running around?
please.
That's actions.
Okay.
He shoved it down his throat. Now he's running away because the transformation began.
It's 16 to hit from Galamea.
28 from Slow.
That'll hit.
Okay. I did recklessly to do. Oh, wait a minute. So 23. Forgot. Great Weapon Master thing.
That still just hits.
Excellent. So that's going to be.
Really use
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Because you rolled 2. All right. So
Why did I roll
12.
two? I
That's
didn't mean
fine.
to roll 2.
No, you didn't, because you are a. Don't worry about it. You hit. It's fine.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
tell you about it later. So you smash into him as Pain.
29.
29 damage.
Because it's
Okay.
plus 10 for Great Weapon Master and then my rage bonus.
You hit him and you break a small piece of his armor off, and you can see as it falls off, he's got shifting parts underneath him, which just like slowly which very quickly and then like move to cover the weak gap and like applying pressure on it. So his armor never really gets weakened, and he just runs and smashes straight through the window, moving 90 feet. He's a fast boy.
Yeah.
Did he take the silence with him?
He does take the silence with him. So
Okay.
now, Sloan, it's your turn. And you have Hexen near in front of you with Pain running off.
I'm gonna keep wailing on Hexen.
The Pain leapt out of the building, so he's
Yeah.
out and leaving. Okay.
It's a 15 for the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and worse for the second one.
Okay.
God damn it!
So what more or less happens is you kind of hit him with the axe, and it sinks in, and his changing flesh starts like taking the axe into himself. You have to like yank it out, and there's like these tendrils of skin and hair and just like attached around, which you like shake off, and it back towards him as it breaks away. And he's getting bigger and bigger.
Can I
Yeah.
use my bonus action to manifest my bear, Shadow
You can.
Barrington?
Yep.
Shadow Barrington. Here's.
Galamea, it's your turn.
Yes. So I am going to. I'm going to hammer the gap again as my action.
Mhm.
Selecting Sloan to get to make an attack with my intelligence modifier to her attack.
Okay.
damage rolls.
I can't hit on my turn. So I'll hit on yours.
I do. That's the point of me. Some of the dice need to be rolled before mine will roll on my screen.
So 15 plus
25.
what?
25.
25? You hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to hit, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't forget to add the 5 to your attack roll and the damage.
Yep.
was actually
25.
25. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so that's 10 plus 3 is 13 plus 5 is 18 plus 10 is 28.
Oh, jeez. Okay, cool.
And I dealt 9 slashing damage.
All right. Okay. Galamea, anything else you want to do in your turn? As you sort
Do
of
my
like,
next attack.
yeah, you stab forward, hit him in the chest, and then as he sort of like looks down at the weapon, Sloane's axe comes and like slides in right over the top of the weapon.
Yeet.
All right, and it was 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and that's another 7 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna do a quick second wind for my bonus action.
Yep. No worries. Okay. It's Hex's turn, and he sort of now can be heard. Good job, me. Heard as he is roaring and screaming and screeching, and from his back, like one large draconic wing sort of like forms and it like curls in on itself as all the skin tears and they become spider's legs, and then like the humanoid flesh from his rib cage like starts leaking over it, around it, and he sort of like rolls on the spot, like flops and starts trying to like fly away. He's going to try to run as well. He hasn't got the foresight right now to disengage. He's just like, and he's like constantly mutating and changing and like getting bigger. So you can all make attacks of op if you're nearby.
Can Nia make an attack of that?
Yeah, I'll make a roll for her.
Let's say. Because
she whiffed it. Yeah.
Natural 20!
Okay.
So 24 to hit.
Yeah. You both hit.
And there's something. What's the special thing? I have
Yeah,
a
you get to
special
roll
thing.
extra dice.
Hey, how much extra do I get to roll? And I get
deal,
to
6
roll.
points or 5 points of slashing damage.
Let's see if you can actually do a good solid hit here, Sloan.
Oh no,
Might
I
be
can make another attack as my bonus action. Oh
Yeah,
right,
but
this
no,
was-
no. But
this was
you've got
ranged.
brutal critical. So how many levels in barbarian have you got?
I have 10 levels in barbarian.
Okay, so if I flip through my book here, I think you get either 2 or 3 dice now whenever you crit. So let me check for you. So roll your regular damage for me, just like from that
Yes.
attack. Hit the roll damages.
Uh-huh.
Might even do it for you. It did not.
So 14
so-
plus 3, 17 plus 10, 27.
Beginning at 9th level, you can roll 1 additional die. So roll 1 more d12 for me.
Uh-huh. 6 points. Do I get to add my rage damage to that too? And
Uh,
weapon master damage? Oh, I didn't double anything.
So all up, you did how much damage, please?
Oh goodness. Remind me how you
14
do. You
plus 10 plus 2, is it, for your rage? How many points
3.
of rage damage you get? 3. So that's 27 plus 6 is 30.
33. Yeah.
All right, 33 points of damage go out. And as he's running away, you chop off one of the small sort of like fetal arms, which is growing out of him at the moment. And that sort of flops to the floor and like keeps like growing and reshaping and moving and becoming his like bigger arm as he runs away.
I forget how you do criticals for damage. Did we add that in?
It's fine. Just leave it
Okay.
as
All
is
right.
for now.
All right. Cool.
Nia, it is your turn. What do you want to yell now to the party? They can hear you as Hexen runs, and they are between you and Hexen.
She's looking directly at Sloane with just this seething rage that you've never seen on her face before. She just says, "Get out of my way."
You can respond, you guys, if you want to. I'll give you like a few seconds just to go back and forth to each other.
I don't know what to say. Sloan is speechless. That caught her off guard.
Right now, Nia also has shorter. Actually, you can describe her.
Yeah, she has cut her hair very short. Scars that you know she had are no longer there, except for one right on her cheek. She is dressed in chainmail. Sports a new arm on her right side.
Metallic
that
arm,
has
right?
a metallic arm with glowing red at the joints. And a very nice rapier. And she looks pissed.
One thing to mention is the arm that you're looking at looks the exact style of Payne's arm.
Lovely.
All Galamea will say is, I don't even know who you are.
What's happened to you? There we go.
Do you really give a shit?
Yes. You are my friend.
Your friend. You murdered my village. You murdered Aaron. You killed my brother and you have the nerve to call me your friend?
She's got a point.
Nia, if you want to try to run, they will get attack of op against you, or you just gotta stand there and are you gonna fight them? What are you gonna do?
I think she's pissed enough that she's going after Sloane at this point. That friend
boy.
comment made her mad.
Oh boy.
Okay. I will cast a spell for you because that's how we agree this works.
Yes, I know.
Screaming.
I told you the people she wouldn't kill. Okay.
Yep.
Fine.
Screaming
I guess I
souls
wasn't
get
on that
sucked
list,
from
huh?
that jar on your hip as you empower a spell to cast Finger of Death.
No! No!
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know she had that spell. Okay.
All right. So, 7d8. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 30 at Sloane. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Uh-huh. Okay.
This is barely gonna put a dent in, but I'll use my reaction to use interception to reduce that by
26.
1d10 by 5.
26. So you pass. So halved. So half of
half
58 down to 29 points of damage.
Down to 14. What kind of damage is it?
Necrotic. And then he also, and then you got D10 plus what taken off?
Plus 5, so that is another 13
12.
taken off as
13?
Galamea tries to...
Another 13 off? So I only took
12.
1 point of damage.
12. 7
Okay, then
plus
2
5.
points of damage.
Yeah. So 2 points
Oh,
of
it's
damage.
Oh, you're right, 12. I can't count tonight. Sorry.
2 points of damage. That's pretty good. Thanks.
Finger of death.
Oh.
All right.
Who needs it?
She looks pretty pissed and is going to shoot a quickened ray of frost at you. So I'll just do it this way. It's easier. Attack. Normal. That's
Nope.
a miss.
That's a
All right.
miss.
And rage misses.
Although I attacked recklessly, so does she have advantage?
I think it's when he gets melee attacks, but we can look in a minute.
Okay.
Next up is Relia. What are you doing?
Running over to hurt son Henry, and I'm gonna hit him with a good old cure wounds at a high level because he looks a little fucked.
Okay. When you make your first attack in your turn, you can decide.
It is melee attacks.
It just says attack rolls against you have advantage. It says it's her melee attacks, but attack rolls against her.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Oh yeah, it's also Saris's turn. But yeah, heal, and then it's Saris' turn. Sorry, for some reason I didn't write you down. I apologize.
Honestly, I'm glad she's healing first because I was debating doing that, but now I can do something different.
Yeah, no.
Good
27
enough.
points of healing to Henry as I am staying back.
Mm-hmm.
Pain's out the window, Spider Dragon's out the window.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Sorry, really? Or is that all you're doing? Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's all. I'm not getting involved in this.
Nia can make a charisma save, which I know she's good at, but
Charisma, you say?
I know she's quite good at those.
18.
Oh, that is the DC.
What spell was it?
Banishment.
Okay.
Yeah, so Saris
You're
just
gonna
kind of
time out.
stands there with the orb in his hand and snaps a finger and goes, I didn't really think that would work. I just didn't want to hurt her.
Okay.
And just kind of sits there like puzzled, like cocks a head to the side, not sure what to do with her.
Sloane, you're
No
up.
one knows what to do with the raging teenager right now.
I don't think she'd want to hurt her either. Are there any other enemies?
Not at the moment.
It's
No.
just Nia?
Just Nia.
Frick.
What do you want to do?
Sounds like you're grappling with some really tough decisions there.
I am. I would like to grapple. I'd like to launch myself forward and try and give her a big bear hug.
Okay.
Oh. I'm sorry.
So smooth from all of us.
Make it's athletics, right? Versus acrobatics. Go nuts.
I believe if I don't believe the bear works unless it's a strength check specifically. So the totem, I don't think you get the.
She's
I
raging,
have it
so she gets
anyway.
advantage anyways.
Gotcha.
So is it a, what is it? A grapple.
Yep.
Athletics.
Athletics. Okay.
Athletics versus her acrobatics.
Athletics.
Oh, Nia, why are you so bad at
There we go.
things?
That is a 22.
She rolled so well as well. Nia fails.
It's good for Nea.
Gala, like, what do you want to do now with the rest of your turn? You can like headbutt the shit out of her, or you just gotta hold on to her.
Oh, I have the, no, you know what? I forgot I have my echo. I'll hold her and I'll have my echo headbutt her.
Whoosh. All right, make an attack roll.
Should I just use my axe?
Yeah.
Everything is
That was a
reckless.
sword.
15.
Misses. All right. Galamea, you're up.
Hi, Great Weapon Master.
Oh. I think I'll just follow Sloane's lead and try to knock Nia out, seeing that they don't want to actually kill her. I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
Make an attack roll. She's grappled. Do you get advantage, I believe, right?
Grapple disadvantage to hit.
Yeah.
No.
No?
It's
No,
if
it's
you
not.
pin her, if you knock her prone,
Oh,
it's advantage.
Okay.
She just can't move.
You just can't. move.
21 to hit.
No,
I'm
you're
thinking
right.
of
You're right.
Stunned, not
Yeah.
grappled.
21 to hit. That hits.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I instead will. Can I instead do staggering blows to help make that more effective?
You can. Yes, go for it.
Okay. So you and your allies coordinate your attack to stagger and stun enemies. As an action, you make one weapon attack, so I did that. Select an ally within 30 feet to make a single weapon attack. You both gain bonuses to intelligence modifier. If one or both hits, then the target makes a con save to be stunned.
Yep. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So I'll elect Sloane to be able to try to knock her out again, as well as I also tried to knock her out.
Yep. So you've hit Sloane. You get to make an attack as well. Just
Okay.
headbutt. Just
Yep.
whack.
But whack.
It's an 18 DC for the con save.
Yep.
Okay, let all the dice roll. That is going to natural 20 for a -5, so 24. But still
Plus
a natural
5.
20.
Third crit in this.
Plus
I
5,
get
so-
my intelligence modifier.
Okay, so then 29. 29. That's right. I forgot. That cancels it out.
Jesus. This blew
That's my
Nia's
second
brain
natural
out.
20.
29, did you say?
To hit.
Okay, that hits. Just gonna make the con save now. That'll do. So the
Yep.
con save is a pass. So she's not
Okay.
stunned, but you guys can both roll damage to see if you knock her well, not knock her out, but to hurt her.
Do I add 5 to that, Sean?
No, it's just
No.
the attack roll for
Just
this
the
one.
attack. Okay. So
8 points of slashing for me.
Okay.
hold on, give me a second.
Yeah. Oh, she's adding up numbers. I see.
8, 4, 17,
Oh.
3,
Just,
14,
this is not helping.
7.
You're the
22,
worst.
32.
32. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Because don't the way you do crits is you max it out and then add your rolled?
No.
No? How do you do
I
crits?
do that.
That's
You did it.
just double dice roll. So you get to roll.
Mixing up my DMs.
So you just like put a fucking dent in your head.
So you
Yeah,
you
okay,
get to
hold
roll.
on. Okay,
When you
so
when you crit, you roll 3 dice in total because you got brutal critical.
oh fuck, I forgot about that one. Ugh,
We'll get there.
stand by.
Blows.
There's
So-
12. Okay,
Nice.
so
So you got 12.
24 plus 31 plus 3 is 34 plus 10 is 44.
Sure, I'll take it.
For Great Weapon Master,
No,
Yep.
yeah, I was.
right? I
Okay.
can use that, right? Am I doing it right?
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah. I was
Uh,
gonna try to do attack again, but I got a
You
natural
missed.
one. So
Oh.
all right. Let me just double check Nia's Interesting. Okay. Saros, what are you doing?
I think Saros is calmly walking into the room and just trying to make eye contact with Nia and just saying, "Calm down, kiddo. We gotta talk."
Is that all you're doing?
Yeah.
What are you saying, Nia?
Oh, I don't know if she'd even hear you over how pissed she is at Sloan right now.
Okay.
He's trying to
I
get
would
in
let
your
that
eye
be.
line, but is still within like probably like 20 feet away.
So
Can
what do
I
you
ask-
say? Just what do you want to say before I cast a spell? To her,
I
to
just-
Sloan, to anyone, just anything.
No, I think she's just screaming at this point because she's being held and she's being attacked, so she's just trying to get out of it.
Okay. You scream at Sloan. I was gonna choose that spell, but I think this one's better. Let's have a look.
I could have sworn I absorbed all of her spellcasting abilities.
You did, but that's
It's
unfortunate.
infused with ley lines now.
Yeah, and a jar of screaming souls.
That more so the jar of screaming souls, probably.
It is definitely a problem for you all.
Yeah. After the show, after the session, I'll show you guys something.
Do you? Would you only be attacking Sloan? Just want to understand this from your perspective.
Probably. She's the one that Nia would really be okay seeing dead out of everybody. So, and Sloane's the one that's holding her.
I mean, that's fair.
Galamea is helping
it.
Sloan. I could see you also wanting to hurt her.
I think she's just so tunnel visioned. Like, you're just somebody who she thinks is helping Geffroy, I think. She's more tunnel visioned on the fact that Sloan came in. It's like, oh, we're friends. And she's like, excuse me? No, we're not.
We were.
Okay. You are
killed my
going
boyfriend.
to cast. Let me just
upsetting.
make sure of this. You cannot cast. Can you cast a spell with a somatic opponent while grappled?
Yes.
Yeah. It only,
Grappling only reduces
Oh.
your
Just can't move.
speed to 0.
It's really just like Sloan has a hold on her armor.
Yeah.
basically.
So you sit there, and with your scream, you cast a 9th level disintegrate.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming.
So, just to make sure, that is 19d6 plus 40 damage at Sloan.
Didn't know I had
Minus
that level spells.
1d10 plus 5.
Probably should have cast Death Ward on my turn.
What kind of damage is this?
Force.
Okay. Do I get a
That falls
con
under
save?
yours.
Do I get some sort of save?
Let me double check this.
Disintegrate should be
A
It's
dexterity
70.
save.
Oh, good. I get advantage on this.
And you get 7 protection from my shield.
Thanks, Galamea.
How much? What's your save in total?
19.
Okay. It actually fails this time because of the soldier.
Why?
So, because it's upping her DC. You are screamed at and hit for. Don't know if this ended up working.
Oh, God.
so,
113 points of damage.
Minus 7.
and then halved because it's force damage. Okay,
So-
so minus 7. So it's 100 and what's 13?
100.
Thank you.
106,
So
right?
Divided by 2 would be 53.
53.
53 points of damage.
Ow.
And with that, we'll end the session.
That's where you're gonna leave me when you know I won't be here next week?
I'm hoping someone's going to knock her the feck out. So the next session.
Trying.
Someone knock her out. Someone knock her out. I don't
Might
want to
have
be
cast
the reason
banishment
Sloan died.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, everyone, this has been a session of research and Professor Snape and and Nia showing up for a bit of crazy fun time. She's pretty powerful right now.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
She leveled up.
She has leveled up. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. We're a little bit over time, so we won't do long favorite moments. Try to give me a one sentence from each of you favorite moment. I'm going to start with Sloan.
Yeah, okay. Reappearance of Nia was really unexpected and really, really cool.
Okay. Galileo.
My favorite moments were pretty much anytime Saros' interaction with Professor Snape and Saros having to kind of be like de facto leader during this time here, and how he's not suited for it, but he is trying.
All right. Aurelia.
I love the tension between Aurelia and Sloane. I love inter-party turmoil. And I like that it's like, you are blaming me for what happened to Auric, and then Nia's turning around and blaming you for what happened, and it's just a really...
Yeah, that's cool.
Blame game.
The blame game.
Yeah.
And lastly, Saros.
I loved Sloane with the books and just trying to piece them together and find some sort of thing that she could connect onto. It was just really, really like Saros wanted to do something to help her because he was so sad about it, but also wanted to be like get to work. Do you have any idea what the stakes are, sort of thing? It was a really, I don't know, for me it was a beautiful scene. It was really like hard to play against in a great way.
Alrighty. While we do our goodbyes, if anyone in chat wants to say what their favorite moments were, go ahead. But we'll go the same order again. Can I get a from you, Shannon? Tell us where are we from?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Shannon. I've been playing Sloane this evening. And my nerd home is Paradise RPG. I'm over there all the time. You can find me on all socials at S2E09. A bunch of Paradise people are playing in a lot of charity games this weekend. We're playing on Creators Assemble tomorrow night, as well as the Games Tavern on Sunday, raising money for good causes. We would love to see you there. And yeah, thanks for being here, everybody.
Next along, Galileo.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sean. You can find me on all social medias at Odo_Sean. I am the DM and Mr. Paradise over at Paradise RPG. And I will also be participating in some of these charity streams this weekend. It should be a lot of fun. Keep an eye on socials for all those details. And I have been playing Galileo Roche tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, Shelby.
Hi, my name is Shelby. I'm from the channel Wystle While You Work. It's a channel where I tell stories from my D&D experience and draw whatever fun fantasy stuff comes to mind. And I've been playing Aurelia, and you can catch me every week here. I stream on Twitch sometimes. I think that's resuming this week with some Alien Isolation. That'll be fun. I'm also like roping Nova into playing a game with me eventually, so you should,
Yeah, eventually we'll play some Portal, and I'll get really mad again. And lastly, AgentNumberOne.
Hello, my name is Kieran, also known as AgentNumberOne. You can find me over at twitch.tv/AgentNumberOne, where I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I also have a YouTube channel where I've started putting out some content on that, including some fun new guides and everything. If you want to learn how to play complicated Total War games, that's a great place to go. You can also find me over at the Wonders and Blunders podcast, which is my other D&D home, wonderandblunder.com. It's Wonder and Blunder on all social medias. We're going into our second season. We're like 100 episodes in. It's going wild, and it's a lot of fun. I play a giant lizard folk barbarian on it, who is basically a mom. She's like the mother hen of the group. So she's a lot of fun. She's a wild animal.
And lastly, hi, my name is Nova1. I'm the guy that runs Roll for Damage. I have a few people that help me out. One is our lovely tech, Josh the Pirate, who is here right now. He also DMs on Monday nights for the Humblewood game. We also have AJ, who runs our Academy of Xandar's game on Thursday night. Sorry, I just forgot for a minute. It does our socials and a few other things, which really helps out. I'm just scrolling back through to see if there was any favorite moments. Josh says jarring mouth equals Spider Dragon Boy. Yeah. Is anything else? My favorite moment is the angry change phase. Nia didn't expect that from the sweetness and child. They grow up so fast. Yep. Yeah. All right. So we are going to raid someone called the Initiative Order. So stick around for that. Right before we do, I'm going to run a very short ad. It helps us out a lot. If you could please just stick around for that. That would be great. It really helps the channel out and supports us. So yeah. But we'll be saying goodbye now. So bye-bye.
Bye.